if I grew up on the same block you grew up on, and we had the same trials and tribulations, but you became successful and I became a failure, it made me feel a certain way about myself. Because we had the same, we were dealt the same deck of cards. You know what I mean? So I feel like my success affects the people closest to me the most. A person that don't know me might root for me, you know what I mean, and be happy for me. The person that know me and come from the same environment and had the same cards dealt to them, that keep going to jail, don't have no money, never made their parents proud or their mama proud, never did anything that they could look in the mirror and be proud of. You know what I mean? It make them feel a certain way, and it's intense. And that shit manifests into jealousy, hate, violence. You know what I mean? And it's deep because it's a stigma about artists becoming Hollywood, especially street artists going Hollywood. But it's almost like if you don't, you're gonna sacrifice yourself for the opinions of others. You know what I mean? So people look at you as you keep it real.
Luke chapter 4 verse 24 says, "Truly I tell you, no prophet is accepted in his hometown." And you see it play out every day. Strangers will clap for you louder than the people who grew up with you. The ones who knew you as a kid struggle to respect who you've become. Why? Because familiarity blinds people. They can't see your anointing, your calling, your growth. All they see is who you used to be. And sometimes God allows that, so you do not get comfortable seeking validation in the wrong places. Even Jesus wasn't honored in his hometown. So if the Son of God wasn't accepted by his own people, why are you shocked when your family, your city, your old friends don't clap for you? That's not a reflection of your worth. That's confirmation of your assignment. Sometimes God has to remove you from the environment that minimizes you, so he can place you where people recognize the gift in you. So stop begging for hometown validation. Stop crying over family and old friends that don't support you, because the same ones who doubted you will watch you from a distance while God elevates you beyond that city, okay? Beyond the city limits. When the oil on your life is real, you don't need applause where you came from. God will make sure you are accepted where you're going.
Hey, brother, come here real quick, man. Look. You don't need support, nigga. You don't need no motherfucking support in your hometown. You don't need that shit. Look, brother. The only support you need is within here, bro. Within here, yourself. You are the support. Your discipline, your hard work, your confidence, bro. That's your support, bro. Your consistency is your support. When you got this shit every day, that's the support you need. And you also gonna get support from strangers. They just gotta see your shit. The right people gotta see your shit. Cause when the right people see it, you gonna get that support, bro. You gonna get it. And what I noticed from making videos and being very active on social media is that you can also get your goal amount of views, like say 100K views. You'll get the comments and shit like that. People will like it, but they gotta see you more. The consistency, and then they'll support. They might see you that one time, like, oh, like, this some cool shit. And I noticed that from my own habits and ways of finding out about new people. That's just how it is. So you gotta pop up in their face every single day. Try to get into their face every single day. Show up every day. That's what it's about. And the support will come, even from your hometown. But your hometown, unfortunately, and sometimes it's different for other people. Sometimes people do have support from their hometown at first. But for, like, especially with content creators, it don't usually be like that. Everybody's support system be from somewhere else. When I did music, my whole support system was from every other place but here. I had people listening to me from DC, Philadelphia, like everywhere but Virginia. And that's just a fact, bro. So I don't think it had any listeners in Virginia, to be honest. But it's just the fact that, nigga, keep on doing this shit, bro. Your hometown gonna catch on. And when your hometown catch on, that's when you'll really be loved at that point. You know, Ohio probably didn't claim Speed. When Speed was first blowing up, even though he kind of blew up a little fast, I ain't gonna hold. But he went global out of nowhere. But I bet you his hometown right now, they're like, They're like, we proud of him. Speed, that's us. That's Ohio. That's what they do, bro. When you first coming up, grinding stages, nobody really cared like that. Except for the people that's doing what you do because they understand the whole thing of it's really no support in this shit for real. There's no support. And it's always support in the beginning when people like are watching you in the beginning stages, but when it takes you a little longer to blow up, people will lose faith. They'll stop believing in you. And that's just part of the game. They're kind of like, I don't think bro gonna really make it for real. That's kind of them putting their own self-doubt on you. Man, what they don't know you, man. They don't know you, for real. That's why you gotta keep on doing this shit and showing up every day. Because this shit is possible. We just gotta keep on attacking every day. Finding out new strategies to win. Because another thing is, what might have worked before might not work now. That's why I be trying to evolve in my content. I don't try to do the same shit. I blew up. I got semi-viral on a video talking about Dominican and Puerto Rican women from New York. But do you see me doing that same shit now? No. Because I don't want to be known for that nigga that just made that video. I'm going to keep on doing other shit. And you know, sometimes it is good to do like the formula or like the trends or whatever. But when that trend dies out, you die with that trend. So that's why I'm not riding no wave off no trends, man. Because I'm me. I'm everything. I can do this. I can do that over here. I can talk to the camera. I can do the skits. I like to do like comedy skits here and there. I can do that shit. So when they come to my page, they're going to see a variety of shit. And that's just me personally. That's just how I do it. Maybe it would be better to pick one lane, be a comedian, and just only post skits. But not that I'm just me. And what you get on my content is me. And like, you know, sometimes I might even say some things that people might not agree with. So that's why they don't support either. But it is what it is, bro. You got to just keep on going. Keep on doing what you do, bro. Keep on talking to that camera. Keep on getting better. Keep on reading that book. Keep on learning that new language, bro. Because you're going to get this shit, bro. All about consistency, bro. I was never supported with when it came to learning the language. Niggas didn't support me when it came to reading books and shit. Niggas don't give a... Bro, niggas got their own lives, dog. But when you start blowing the motherfucking up, though, niggas will be like, damn, he really did that shit, bro. And then they go start supporting. That's how it would always happen. I just said in the video earlier, I just made a video, a short-term video, talking about the same thing. And I was talking about how Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. weren't even supported that much. But when they were doing, like, the civil rights movement and stuff, because people were probably like, who is this crazy black dude on the street protesting, talking about, like, you feel me? And then that was a very hard time to be speaking out, too. So, like, we have way, way better assets now compared to then. Nipsey Hussle, though, another one, man. Funeral was packed. But when he was alive, niggas ain't support him like that. He had a family. I'm not saying the nigga wasn't supported, but not supported as he should have been, bro. Like, cause the message he was putting out there and the shit that he was doing only got recognized after he died as for what he eventually became, like post death. Same with MLK, man. After he died, he's worldwide. MLK is the icon of civil rights movement. Malcolm X also. But people were against the Malcolm X tactics and the way he went about things. And the same as MLK. But after they passed away, people got to appreciate their tactics for what it was. Malcolm X was that guy that was, by any means, we have to get this by any means. MLK was the guy that we have to do this, but I want to do it peacefully. And they got appreciated for their own approaches. And it was all appreciated for being different. You feel me? That's just how it be. But that's the video. I'm a small YouTuber, grinding to 1,000 subs. Come fuck with your boy, man. We drop daily on the channel. I'll see y'all boys next time.
But you gotta understand, this my hometown. Right. And your hometown don't accept you when you're great. No, and that's biblical. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, no person with honor or no prophet has honor or is welcome in their own hometown. That's why everybody who make it have to go out and make it, then come back, then they clap.
Right.
That's why your city don't support you, especially if you great. So don't feel bad, don't get mad, just know that you great and they're not gonna support you, but when other people see you, they're gonna jump on the bandwagon. So that's what happened. So
my thoughts and then I'm thinking, can you call? And I ain't trying to stall.